Hello all, welcome to the demonstration of multi-channel man-in-the-middle attacks. I hope you have an idea about this kind of attacks from the above explanations. Okay, in this video I'm going to give you a brief idea about what kind of attack is this. We will familiarize a real attack environment and we perform a real KRACK attack, and finally I will include a code level analysis of the execution of this attack. As the next step, the attacker finds a target network on a specific channel. From that point he clones that network or access point on a different channel, let us say a rogue channel, and then he sends a fake channel switch announcements towards the victim so that the client or the victim will be forced to switch to the rogue channel. From this point he achieves the MITM position so that he will be able to reliably manipulate four-way handshake messages between the access point and the victim. This reliable manipulation of four-way handshake messages makes these end devices to calculate the same session key, PTK, so that they remain connected through this MITM position, and they think that they communicate with each other as if they communicate directly. On the other hand, the end devices never know the arrival of the MITM attacker in between them. Okay, and that's all about the brief idea of multi-channel man-in-the-middle attacks, improved variants that makes use of channel switch announcements. Let us now familiarize the attack setup, the various devices and interfaces being used to perform this attack. This is the attack setup. This is the attacker machine. It has got two interfaces, and usage of two interfaces will be discussed later. And this is the client machine, and this client machine is initially connected to the access point over the real channel. Just note the access point, it is broadcasting the SSID Manish Wi-Fi, and this is the MAC ID of this access point. Okay, let us verify the client connectivity with the access point. As you can see, the client machine is connected to Manish Wi-Fi. Let us verify it over the command prompt. Okay, so it is connected to Manish Wi-Fi, and let us check the IP address. Yeah, it has got the IP address 192.168.100.25. so this is the IP address provided by the access point, and the access point is also working on the channel 1. Let us verify that also. So as you can see, the current channel is 1. So this is the situation before the attack starts. So just disconnect the Wi-Fi before the attack. Here there are some specialities about these two interfaces. When the attack begins, each of these interfaces will be initialized with the two virtual interfaces. In this case, WLAN 0 is a managed interface on which rogue AP works, and WLAN 0 mon is actually a monitor interface that listens packets on a rogue channel. Similarly, here WLAN 1 is a monitor interface that listens and injects packets on the real channel, and WLAN 1 STA1 is actually a managed interface to acknowledge frames sent by the access point. In short, this is the actual connection. The client is connected to the access point over the real channel when the attack begins, and the attacker takes the MITM position, and the connection will be connection between the access point and the client will be like this. In short, this is the actual connection. The client is connected to the access point over the real channel when the attack begins, and the attacker takes the MITM position, and the connection will be connection between the access point and the client will be like this. Finally, we are good to go with the attack. Here we are going to perform a KRACK attack using this multi-channel man-in-the-middle tool. In particular, we are performing a all zero key encryption attack. In this case, instead of installing an encryption key, the client machine, since it uses a vulnerable WPS applicant version 2.4, it installs an all zero encryption key, which means that literally there is no MAC layer encryption. So once the victim get connected to the rogue access point of the attacker will be able to intercept all the communication, especially when it uses sensitive informations like website logins, etc. The attacker will be able to capture it. So at the end of this demonstration, I will show you how to fetch such sensitive information also. Yes, the script is ready to run here. Some command line arguments. The WLAN 1 is an interface that listens on real channel, and WLAN 0 is our rogue access point that listens on rogue channel, and ETH0 is the LAN connection that provides internet to the attacker, and which will be then given to the client machine when it is connected. And this is the SSID, and this is the specific MAC address of the client being attacked. So I'm just starting the attack. So here you can see the access point is detected on channel 1, and the rogue access point WLAN 0 is created with the same MAC address. Okay, the code later the code will be analyzed at the end of this video. And I will also start the Wireshark with WLAN 0 to capture the traffic from the client. And I will also show you that the DNS server of the attacker. So here when the client machine connects to the attacker machine, it should have the IP address and between this range. So let us say 192.168.0 dot something. Okay, so let us go to the client machine and then connects to the Wi-Fi. So it is being connected, and the moment disconnected, you can see the code is running. All the encrypted data is coming. So all this encrypted data is coming from the client. Now we will analyze this client machine's connectivity after the attack. Let us first see the IP address. You can see the IP address is being changed. Previously it was 192.168.100.25, and after this attack it is being connected to the attacker machine. So 192.168.0.14. so this is the attack. And let us check the channel also. As you can see, the channel is also being changed to 11. So this means that whenever client or whatever the client browses in the machine, it will be intercepted by the attacker. So here to show as an example, I have taken an HTTP login website. So here I'm just giving the login information. Test. So this is maybe a wrong one, but here we are going to log in. No. So since it is a fake login username and password, it shows login fails. Nevertheless, we will get this information in the Wireshark over here. Okay, let us go to the Wireshark and you can see a significant amount of data being intercepted. Here we are going to specifically for HTTP post message. Yeah, here we got it, the HTTP post packet. You can see that the login information is being intercepted by the attacker. Welcome back. We just to see how we can retrieve the login details or sensitive information when client enters those details. Usually this is not possible if we have a MAC layer encryption or WPA2 encryption, but this was possible only because of the KRACK vulnerability or clear installation vulnerability, which installs an all zero encryption key that actually bypasses the MAC layer encryption in Linux and Android devices. And this attack is also possible even if the client or victim make use of HTTPS website for providing login information. So that's all about the attack.